And let's let the sound of this next bell take us to the deepest place within us. I invite you all to please rise as I introduce our musicians for today, our very own amazing What Else Is Possible choir led by Jimmy Townsend. Let's give them some love. Woo! They're amazing.
Namaste!
The lyrics are up on the screen there, and get ready.
Hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the new day down in my soul. I feel the new day down in my soul. I feel the new day down in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. I hear the music down in my soul. Join us. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul, and the whole wide world's my home. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. We're not done yet. I feel the power down my soul. Feel the power down my soul. I feel the power down my soul, and the whole wide world is my home.
Oh, Mother Rain.
As long as the rivers flow, as long as the grass is green, as long as the children grow, salmon are going to run upstream. Everybody wants to go home. As long as the mountains stand, as long as the eagles fly, sun lights up the land. Forests are going to reach for the sky. Everybody wants to go home. We are all
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. Namaste, friends. While you're on your feet, please turn to one another and offer the Namaste greeting. Namaste. Namaste to our musicians. Namaste, Travis. Namaste to our tech team in the back. We see you. Namaste, Sheila. I see you out there. Namaste, Brian and Matthew. Namaste, love streamers. We're so grateful you have tuned in today. Welcome. Welcome. Jody's given namaste love to everybody. Did you see that? Namaste. Awesome. I'm Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, and I am the spiritual leader here. I use she, her gender pronouns, and the land upon which we gather is the unceded territory of the Chumash and Salinan people. It is my joy to welcome you to the Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. We've been waiting for you. Friends, we exist to raise the vibe, and we envision a joyful, happy world. We have an affirmation for today, and I invite you to please repeat after me. I do not have a soul, I am a soul.
I do not have a soul, I am a soul.
And so it is.
So it is.
All right. That was simple, wasn't it? And now I'm going to invite our amazing pulpit assistant for today, Reverend Delon Richenberg, who is licensed by Emerson Institute, and he is going to offer us our opening spiritual mind treatment and a reading from our book of the year, which is 365 Days of Richer Living. But before he does that, I'm going to invite you to check the program that you picked up on the way in and notice that there was a salmon-colored sheet in that program. And this is a prayer request form. So friends, if there is something that is heavy on your heart for which you would like prayer for, or maybe you're looking to manifest something in your life, whatever it is, the invitation is to fill out a prayer request form, and you can place it in the prayer request box to my left at the end of the service, or in the offering basket when it comes around along with your donation. And our soul support team, which consists of 7 ministers and practitioners, will pray over your prayer for the next week. And after the service, Reverend Delon will be available in the foyer in the little prayer nook for 1-minute miracles. If you haven't had the chance to get prayer from Reverend Delon, you don't want to miss the opportunity, even if you're just celebrating your life, celebrating, giving thanks for all the good that is occurring. Yeah, he'll be ready for you. And I also want to call your attention to BJ DiGirolamo. She is a licensed practitioner who is sitting up front holding the high watch for us for this service. And I think that's it, right? Yeah, so thank you. Turn it over to you, Reverend Delon.
Thank you. Good morning. So if you would, just sit back and relax in your seat and close your eyes and just receive these words from Ernest Holmes. My full attention is now devoted to seeing good everywhere and in all people. Calmly, I face today and declare it to be the best day I've ever known. My good is where I am, and it is now revealing itself to me. Freed of worry and filled with faith, I have a heavenly experience today. So that's how we enter this space, this service, is in the spirit of the best day we've ever known, having a heavenly experience. And so we just let the music be that. We just swim in that heavenly experience. We let the message, we let it touch us. We let it inform us on how to experience the best day ever, even further. And every interaction that we have, every smile, every hug, every conversation is a conversation with spirit, spirit to spirit. And I'm just so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for everything that this morning holds for each one of us. And all I need to do is let that be so, and so it is.
Microphone. Our very own Joni Gold. It took us a lot of teeth pulling and a lot of convincing and cajoling, but we're going to get Joni to say a few words before this song.
Would you believe I used to
Because
be
we know
incredibly
that she
shy?
hates speaking.
Om Namah Shivaya is a powerful Sanskrit healing chant. One common translation is, I honor the auspicious one. One spiritual interpretation is, I honor the divine presence within. As we sing our latest arrangement of Stand By Me, this chant reminds us of the divine presence that is always with us, always standing by us.
I'm so sorry, friends. I messed up the order of service. We actually have an insight talker now.
Okay?
Can we do that and then have you
Yeah, she may
Okay.
have to say all that again, though.
We got it. We're now going to absorb that and just allow it to
We
be.
officially stand by.
Yes, thank you.
Stand
right?
by.
Stand by. Just stand by me. Well, friends, I want to introduce our insight talker for today, Reverend Susan Jones. And Reverend, woohoo! I know you all know Reverend Susan, and she's our assistant minister, and she's going to share 5 minutes of impact on how this community has impacted her life and a story of transformation. So thank you, Reverend Susan.
Thank you. Thank you. So most of you know me now. And so 33 years ago, I walked myself into a church of religious science for the first time. And so I want to tell you a little bit about how my mind worked back then. So back then, I was a very superstitious person. I was like kind of afraid of what could happen. And I attribute that to my dear mother, who trained me to believe that when things are going good, get ready for the other shoe to drop. Anybody heard that before? Yeah, the other shoe is going to drop. So for most of my life, when I was happy, I was scared because I figured the next thing that's going to happen is some terrible illness, some accident, or something like that. So I was very superstitious, and life was mysterious to me. I never knew what was going to show up from one day to the next. Not to say that I wasn't a happy, joyful person. That's my nature. But underneath, there was fear. There was definitely a current of fear in my life. And so when I walked into that Center for Spiritual Living, or Church of Religious Science, I learned about Ernest Holmes and the teachings of the science of mind. And over time, because this is not something that happens typically, it doesn't happen when you just walk through the door and sit for your first experience on Sunday. It's an evolution. So over time, I discovered the God of my understanding. I discovered my oneness with the divine, and I discovered my oneness with every being. And so over time, this fear, this undercurrent of fear, began to dissolve, because I realized that the good in my life is my inheritance. It is my good. It is for me. And I trust that. And so I've taken many classes. We love taking classes. I continue to take classes. I continue to read. I would say that my life is a co-creation with the divine. I am excited about what is to come in my life. I don't fear what is to come. I trust that divine guidance is showing me the path forward. And so, as I said, this is a gradual experience that happened to me. It's, 33 years ago, and I'm still learning, and I'm still growing, and I'm still trusting, right? And so I just want to say, I want to acknowledge the people who came before me. So there were people in this community, and I'm going to shout out the Hart family, because the Hart family had a commitment to bringing the science of mind here to the North County. And I am a beneficiary of that, okay? And I hardly knew them. But I sure did know of them. And so I want to say that if it weren't for those people who came before me, I wouldn't be standing here before you, Reverend Susan, right? And I am honored to be now one of those people that makes this place possible for you. So thank you.
All right. Good job. Receive the love. Receive the love. Yes. Woo. Take it away, choir.
As you were saying, Joni,
Honor the presence within.
we're safe.
The night has come, when the night has come and the land is dark. When the night has come, when the night has come and the land is dark. And the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light. We will see.
When the
The
night
night has come,
has come
the night has come and the land is dark.
and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
The only light we will see.
Oh, I won't
Won't be afraid.
be afraid.
Won't be afraid.
Oh, I won't
I won't be afraid.
be afraid.
No, I won't be afraid.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Spirit lives in me.
Oh, won't you live just as long as you stand by me.
Just as long as you stand by me.
If the
Sky
Sky
that we look upon
crumble and fall.
should tumble and fall, or the
All
mountain
the mountains,
should crumble to the sea.
all the mountains should crumble to the sea.
I won't cry,
I won't cry.
I won't cry,
I won't cry.
oh, I won't
No, I won't cry.
shed a tear.
No, I won't cry.
Just as long
As long
as you stand by me.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Spirit shines in me.
Won't you shine just as long as you stand by me.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Shines in me.
Oh, won't you
Shines in me.
just as long as you stand by me.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Sing with us, please.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shiva Om Namah Shivaya.
Woo! Amazing. Let's give them all the love. Come on. Woo! Great job. Wow. So amazing. Oh, I'm so inspired. And I love that I made a mistake earlier because sometimes that happens, right? I mean, I was so in my heart space after Delon's reading, Reverend Delon's reading and prayer, that I just, it was like, oh, wait a second, there's something supposed to be happening right now. So, and the choir, you guys, thank you so much for your grace and just going, okay, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. It's like a microcosm of our lives, right? In here, what's happening in here, and all of the mighty magnificence and all of the transformation and the kicking and screaming on the path of transformation. Can anybody relate to that? Yes, right. All right, so there is a new Seed of Awakening for August, and it's called Soul. And I'm very, very thrilled about this, because that could go a lot of ways, right? And so we're going to start today with what actually is the soul? What are we talking about here? But before we start and jump into that, the sun is in Leo right now, and my mom was a Leo, my brother's a Leo, so I'm feeling that Leo energy. How about you guys? Are you feeling that? Yeah. So thank you. I wanted to start by asking you, what did the lion say when I asked it what it was doing in my wardrobe? Narnia business. Groaner, dang. Okay, let's try this one. Maybe this will be redemption. Why did the lion lose at poker? He was playing with a cheetah. There we go. All right. Woo! So friends, let's begin with the most basic and important question. What actually is the soul? What is the soul? Now, dictionary.com defines soul as the principle of life, feeling, thought, and action in humans, regarded as a distinct entity separate from the body and commonly held to be separable in existence from the body. The spiritual part, the spiritual part of humans as distinct from the physical part. Wasn't that interesting, right? Now, in the science of mind, Ernest Holmes uses the word soul in two very distinct ways. And this is important because it's not one or the other, it's both and. The first way is soul as law. So if you've been in any foundational level class or any of that, you've heard us talk about the metaphysical chart and the whole concept of the triune nature of spirit with seed, soil, plant, and the soil is the creative medium, also known as the soul. So this is the big universal soul, that creative medium, or the law of cause and effect. It's the subconscious or subjective mind of the universe, and it's neutral and impersonal. So whatever you impress upon it with your thoughts and beliefs, this soul, the creative medium, manifests it. So it's like the divine manufacturing plant, producing whatever your thoughts are pouring into it, right? And informing it to produce for you in your life, whether you're conscious of it or not. All right, so this is the soul in the triune nature of spirit, soul, body, seed, soil, plant. That's not what we're going to be talking about much this month. Then we're really looking at number 2, his definition from what we believe, which is the individual soul. This is the soul that we're most familiar with, that we hear talked about most often, and it's actually what most people mean when they say soul. Hey, you've got soul. That's got soul, or whatever, right? And so your individual soul is your unique, eternal identity. The part of you that grows, evolves, and continues beyond this lifetime. That's your soul. Now, when I think about the soul, I really sense it as the deepest place within me. It's the deepest place within me, that space that has never been hurt or harmed or damaged, that place that is fully 100% healed and pure light. And that is the same thing that is within all of us. And so, from what we believe, there are 11 fundamental tenets, which are statements of belief written by the founder of the science of mind, Ernest Holmes. And the third one is we believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. How beautiful is that? It means there's a continuation. And now something that trips people up a little bit sometimes is that Ernest Holmes believes that, bless you, we maintain the consciousness that we have as we move into the next dimension. And so many people believe we are bodies that have a soul. And as we affirmed in the beginning of this service, the opposite is actually true. We are not bodies with souls, we are souls with bodies. And so we can look at being in this body temple that we're in. It's all individual and unique, right? Look around the room. Everybody's different. And which makes it nice, because otherwise, wouldn't it be boring if it were just all the same person? Yeah. And so we're not bodies with souls, we are souls with bodies. Now, we have a book of the month for the month of August, which is like, now it's time for something totally different. We're going on a different journey here, and it's called The Journey of Souls. And this is by Michael Newton, Dr. Michael Newton. And Spirit was calling me to have us have this be our book of the month. It's summertime. Why not? Totally different. And so the book of the month speaks directly about this individual soul. So in the science of mind, we honor the eternal, expanding individual soul. And the journey of souls simply takes that idea a little bit further and explores what the same eternal soul may experience between lives, how it goes through many lifetimes, and how it chooses its path. And so for a lot of people, they find a great comfort in reading this book, and it's a powerful book. Both teachings, the Journey of Souls and the Science of Mind teaching, affirm that we are eternal souls on a journey of expansion. Now, as I said, some people find this book deeply moving and comforting, and the way it was written is over, I can't remember how long, decades. The Dr. Michael interviewed people. He did a hypnotherapy session with many, many clients. He calls them subjects in the book. So he had all these subjects, and he interviewed them, and after hypnotizing them, and interviewed them about their past lives and about the spiritual nature of their past lives. And the fascinating thing is that all of the different people had similar responses. And so this is what really brought it home for so many people who read the book, because they said, well, wow, it's interesting. It wasn't just like one or two people. He has, I think, 20 or 29, people that he chose to put in this book. Very powerful. Now, a lot of people in spiritual circles connect with this book. Have any of you read it? Oh, cool. We have some available on the table back there for purchase. But lots of people connect with this because it paints a hopeful, organized picture of the afterlife. Now, we don't often think about that, but it's not talking about fire and brimstone. It's talking about soul growth and spirit guides and spirit groups, right? And what happens between lives when our souls become like pure light. Where do they go? And it's so beautiful because he's talking about the healing process and when the soul is complete, at the point of death, the soul leaves the body and goes out into the light, but lands in like a nurturing space where it just, gets to recover. You ever been on like a long hike and you just need to recover and hydrate? So it's like imagining your soul is out there recovering. There's going to be a whole Sunday where we talk about those nurturing spaces. And then moves on to the next point, and the soul actually has spirit guides, a specific one that stays through the entire time of the journey, And he's talking about souls coming back to earth. Now, I'm going to share a little bit about the difference, right, between the journey of souls and the science of mind. So Holmes' teaching and Michael Newton's journey of souls material share very important points of agreement, but they diverge sharply on one central issue, which is reincarnation. Now, they both affirm that the individual soul, or unique center of awareness, continues after physical death. They agree on that. Consciousness does not dissolve, in other words, into an impersonal absolute. It's not dissolved, it's not the end in that sense, but there's rather a progressive unfoldment. So the soul keeps expanding and learning. Very similar to what's happening here for us, right? In the living world. And so relationships of deep affinity do continue beyond the physical body. They both believe that and affirm that. And they both affirm that the physical body is a temporary vehicle. The real self is non-physical. The soul is non-physical. So in that sense, both reject the idea that death ends personal identity, or that the soul just simply becomes light or atoms or a tree, which some of us probably wouldn't mind, right? Now, Holmes' stance on reincarnation is a little bit different. So Holmes did not personally believe in reincarnation as in re-embodiment in another human life on earth. And he held that after physical death, the individual continues on to other planes of existence, other planes or dimensions, keeping the consciousness, remaining that same unique consciousness that we each have, and rejoining those closest to us, and continuing the unfoldment and work of the soul journey. Are you with me? Yeah, cool. Okay. All right. So he was open-minded and tolerant, Ernest Holmes, because he would say, if belief in reincarnation helped someone to grow spiritually, then he fully supported them in holding that view. It wasn't what he believed, but he fully supports people in holding that view. And that is so powerful because the same is true for us here, those of us in leadership, right? The beliefs that we have are the beliefs that we have, and if my belief is somewhat different, then it's fine. I support each of you. We support each of you in learning and growing in whatever way that supports your path, your growth, right? It's so beautiful. And so, but for Ernest Holmes, he rejected the idea of returning to earthly human form. He was done with that. He even said, told a practitioner friend of his, Frida Grenton, with his characteristic humor, I'll tell you this much, they've gotten the last pair of diapers on me that they're ever going to get. He's done. All right, fine. That's fine, but I rather like the book, so I'm going with that, And so that position differs also. So his position also differs from other New Thought figures, notably Charles Fillmore, a co-founder of Unity, right, who accepted reincarnation. And then also many later religious science and centers for spiritual living teachers and practitioners, especially Reverend Jane Beach, who we know and love, some of us know and love, really believed this and were interested in the evidence of continuity. Relieved that, but reincarnation into form, and even either human form or leaves or a waterfall or whatever, right? And so both have to be okay, Yeah, it's up to you, in other words. And so this is our journey for the month of August, and we have 5 Sundays. How cool is that? But Holmes was more interested in the evidence of the continuity of consciousness, including psychical research, than in cycles of earthly rebirth. It's funny to me. He's like, yeah, this earth thing, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Now this month we're focusing on awakening to soul, our seed of awakening is soul, and that is so sacred. And we're going to be talking about what it means to us individually and what it means for us collectively. And I believe that everything has a soul. And I discovered there's actually a term for that, and that term is animism, which is the worldview that non-human entities like animals, plants, rocks, and weather, for example, possess a distinct spiritual essence or soul. I totally believe that. Now, when I was thinking about this, what came up for me was the couch at our old office. That couch had a soul, and it was coming for me. For those of you that don't know, we moved offices recently in March, and we thought, oh, we're going to leave this couch here. We've had this couch for years, you know. We're going to leave this couch outside. Someone will totally come and pick it up. No problem. I'm like, okay. And then one day, oh, Nancy's here today. This is great. And then one day, Nancy and I are meeting at the new office, talking about Gourmets for God events, and she was getting ready to help us out. By the way, thank you. Can we give Nancy some love for helping with that? That was a lot of work. Thank you. Yes. And so we're meeting, we're getting everything ready, and we're like, woohoo! And then we go to open the door, but the door won't open. Well, there's a couch right in front of the door, and it's the couch from the other office, and we're both like, speaking of that little Jaws sound, it was kind of like that, like, whoa. I'm like, this couch has a soul. And here it is. It's like, don't forget me. Kind of like Roxy, our little Yorkie. Don't forget me. But it just made me think about, really, what's the essence of this couch? I mean, this couch, I don't know where it came from, but at some point somebody must have donated it to the center back when this was Awakening Ways spiritual community. And you know, it had been there for many years. I don't know how long. How many people have sat on that couch even before, you know, thinking about the soul of this couch, right? And the way it just showed up, like, you're not getting rid of me that easily. Funny, huh? Now, another thing that came up was, as you all know, we've been going through our stuff. We have a lot of stuff, and we're releasing a lot of stuff, and it feels really good. And part of that is going through the stuff, which is not exactly what I would love to be doing, or Travis, right? Would any of you love to be doing that? No, yeah. But it feels good on the other side, right? Anyway, there popped up this vintage copper broom holder, and I remember this thing from when I was a kid, and it had different uses over the years. At one point, it had like dried flowers coming out of it. Beautiful copper, like umbrella holder type thing. I'll send a picture out that you knew so you can get it. And there were, you know, dried flowers at some point, maybe some pampas grass. And then over the years, it became something different. It would sit on the fireplace step and hold the tools for the fireplace, right? And then, I don't know, we still had it for some reason. And when we're going through our stuff, we found this, and we're getting things ready for our estate sale. And it was like, okay, this has a little bit of green, you know, that patine stuff, and it's like, well, this will probably sell if we clean it up a little bit. And so I take it over, I'm cleaning it up with the whatever this copper cleaner stuff is, and whoa, it's starting to look real good. And as I'm cleaning it, I'm having these flashes of all the different times I've seen this copper thing in my life, and I was actually feeling good. I had like this connection with it, and that was my soul connecting with the soul of this copper thing, right? And Travis is witnessing it, and he was like, "Does that make you feel good?" I'm all, "Yeah, kinda," just like being with it, right? And he's like, "We're keeping it." I know. And so we kept it and we packed it away, and I feel so good about that. But that thing had soul, right? And it reminded me of some other experiences, and it looks really good. And then another thing that we've been doing, well, I've been doing, is I discovered one box of yearbooks from my grandmother and grandfather, and then a giant box of my mom and dad's yearbooks. And it's a lot of yearbooks that it's like, these are heavy, and do we need these? Right? How many of you have yearbooks from when you were young? Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, fair enough. I know it's like one of those things, right? And so I was going through my grandparents' yearbooks, and these yearbooks also have a soul. They have a soul, you know? And so my grandparents met in high school, I think junior year. And so it was fun to look at the different years with them apart, and then all of a sudden together, and I actually spent time flipping the pages, you know. Oh, there's my grandpa with, he's had like, there was a picture of him with 3 pigs. He was a dairyman, right? And so he was in the Future Farmers of America, and he showed these 3 pigs at the World's Fair, and he won grand champion. I know! I sent the picture to my uncle, and he told me that whole story. But anyway, I'm going through these yearbooks, right? And there it is, a note from my grandpa to my grandma in her yearbook. It was like a 2-page spread. I know. I'm reading it, and it says things so funny. Remember the time we went to the ranch and you fell in the ditch? Well, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, it's like, what? And I had this image of them being young and wild and free, right? And remember the time we went to that dinner with Fred and June? I'd like to do that again. Remember the time? And there was all these remember the times, and I was like, oh, and so I was imagining the times, right? And then I saw my grandmother's writings, and she did this whole remember the time thing too, and I was just so moved by it. Of course, Travis is like, how did you get distracted? How come there's no boxes? Boxes are supposed to be packed. I'm like, I got stuck, okay? With the soul of these yearbooks, right? The soul. And then, oh, don't get me started. Then I went through my parents' yearbooks, and there was a whole other thing, like things about my mom that I didn't know, and just, wow, so cool. The soul, right? What is the soul? It's that. It's not just us humans that have a soul. I think all of this equipment has a soul. This gong has a soul. You all have a soul. You don't have a soul. You are a soul, right? These are all souls, right? And so then I got to thinking, well, what about the soul of this Sunday service? Because there is a soul of this service. And then even more deep, the soul of Awakening Ways. That's week 5, so we'll talk about that in week 5. Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living, right? Because there's a lot. That soul is mighty and magnificent, as each one of us are. The soul of this Sunday service, I was thinking about everything that happens for us to come together on a Sunday like this. How beautiful is it? And I don't know that we connect all the dots often. And when we sit down and look at it, all the volunteers, we're doing what they call church in a box here, which is we set it up every Sunday. A lot of centers have their own space and they just show up. Everything's ready ahead of time. But we actually have devoted and committed volunteers who, it's an act of love, who come in and help set up look at all of the stuff that's set up. They help set up the projector and all of that equipment in the back. We've got Brian and Matthew, and we've got, look at all the cables and the speakers and just everything, And then we have all of the tables. Look at all that information over there. We've got our bulletin board. We have food. There's a lot of prep that happens during the week that is kind of invisible, right? And so the soul of a Sunday service includes all of that, all of the hands that go into creating this beautiful time together is amazing. We have staff meetings. I have one-on-one meetings with volunteers and staff throughout the week. And we have the choir who selects their songs, and then they meet and rehearse. And they also rehearse on their own. I know Jimmy sends out recordings, and all kinds of things. So there's all of this happening, preparing for this event. People are choosing, the Hearts and Hands team is thinking of their amazing menu, and then they bring us this great food on Sunday to nourish us. And this is all happening at no cost to you all. It's pretty good, right? Let's give us all some love. The soul of this service is to really create the pathway and the environment for each one of us to transform our lives. And that's what I mean when I say all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. And I'm not talking about vanilla or chocolate. I wanted chocolate, now I want vanilla. So what? I'm not talking about that. Changing your mind and keeping it changed. Like what Reverend Susan talked about. Used to think I was waiting for the other foot to drop. Now I'm filled with joy and cheerful expectancy of what's about to happen because it's going to be something wonderful, right? That's changing your mind. And your entire life can change by that, as she testified to. Let's give her some love, yeah. Woo! And so much more. So we're going to be looking at that some more, but think about that, And so I read somewhere this week something that I loved, and I knew I needed to share it today, which was that a woman was going through old photos. How bizarre, right? Just like me. Some woman was going through old photos, and she showed one to her daughter. She was really young, and she really liked how she looked, and she said, "Oh, honey, those were the days." And her daughter took that photo and said, "Mom, these are the days. These are the days right now." And she was like, "Whoa, these are the best days of our lives right now. Let's let go of yesterday and the past in terms of upsets and any unforgiveness or whatever we're holding on to. Let's let go of that so we can stand in that power and in that love and be all that we came here to be." This soul is saying yes to that. Yes. And of course, there's the little soul and the son, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm not going to read that whole story, but it wouldn't be a complete talk about what is the soul without including that. Now, the little soul and the son is a children's parable by Neil Donald Walsh. And it is so powerful. He's talking about how there was once a little soul who felt very special because it was the pure expression of the light of God, and it knew it was special. Now, this little soul wanted to experience itself as light, but in the heavenly realm, everything was light. So the little soul asked God, "How can I experience myself as the light if there is no darkness?" And God answered, "You must choose to be the light in the presence of that which is not light." And the little soul was excited. "I choose to be the light. I choose to be the light." And then God said, "But in order for you to experience yourself as the light, someone must play the part of darkness. Someone must forget who they really are so that you can remember who you really are." Now a friendly soul stepped forward and said, "I will do that for you. I'll do that for you. I will become the darkness so that you can be the light. But remember this, when you see me in the physical world and I am being unkind or hurtful, it is only so that you can know yourself as the light. Please don't forget who I really am." And so the little soul came to earth and the other soul came to, playing the part of darkness so that little soul could fully experience itself as the light. Wow, I love that parable so much. It's a whole book and you need to read it. Oh, tears, right? Because I think we've probably all been hurt, and that can change our minds a little bit, change our perspective a little bit. You know, sometimes we forget, you know, and sometimes others forget who they are. And that's okay. It's okay. So I want to talk briefly about the Lionsgate portal, which is coming up. Super exciting. So the Lionsgate portal is an annual energetic window, opened on July 28th and remains open until August 12th. Its peak arrives on August 8th, 8/8. And we're having a sound healing that evening beginning at 7 at the center. And at 8 p.m., a little before 8, we're going to pause and we're going to pause the sound journey to jump through this portal at its peak. And we're going to anchor these frequencies of abundance, personal power, and intentional manifestation. And then we'll return to the sound healing, the bowls, to really seal that activation. Now, what happens during the Lionsgate portal is that the earth aligns with the sun in the zodiac sign of Leo, and the star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the sky, which is also called the spiritual sun. Those are all aligned. And in ancient Egypt, the heliacal rising of Sirius marked the start of the Nile's flooding season and was associated with abundance, renewal, and the return of the light. So the number 8 carries the energy of infinity, flip it sideways, right? And abundance, power, and conscious creation. And so this year is particularly special because all the numbers of the year for 2026, when you add them all up, 8 for the day, 8 for the month, and in 2026, 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Yes, triple eights. So the 3 8s of infinite abundance, personal power, and manifestation are all unfolding inside of a universal year 1. It's the start of the next 9-year cycle. So this is powerful, and you could totally do any kind of ritual you want to do at home, but it's so fun to be with a group of like-minded souls in an experience like that because it really generates more power. And so that's the invitation. We'll tell you more about it that night, but I wanted to invite you to join us. Now I'm going to invite the musicians to come on up and prepare for our closing song. As we wrap it up with, in conclusion for today, we believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. Holmes didn't believe in reincarnation to earth, but I do. And I also believe we can reincarnate to anything we want to once our human evolution is complete. And so the call to action for you is to think, what do you believe? Think about that. What do you believe about this? And I also want to share that whatever is happening in your life, whatever experience that you're sharing or experience that you're having, act as if you chose it. Because when we act as if we chose the particular experience, we release resistance and we let go of victimhood and we are able to access our power, which is here all the time. You don't have a soul, you are a soul. And these are the days. These are the days. Today is the day, the best day ever, the best day of your life. And so let's turn our actually, let's take a deep breath together first. And turn our attention inward, relaxing into the space of love, which has been here this whole time. We've been wrapped in love, immersed in love. Love is washing over and through us right now. And I remember in this moment that spirit is all that there is, and it is expressing itself in, as, and through me, in, as, and through each one of us. And it has come to know itself in a particular way. And this soul has come to know itself in a particular way on this part of the journey. And so I know that for each one of us, we can relax and loosen our mental grip on the mundanity, the mundane aspects of our lives, so that we can come up above and really see the big picture. And the big picture is that each one of us is an expression of love. These are the days. Today is the day. That spirit is all that there is. That I am a soul, and each one of us are a soul. And I know that big things are happening for people in their lives. There's transformation. People are moving, and, there's just a lot going on. And so we can relax and send every individual who might be experiencing a little more pressure in their lives as they approach these changes and transformations, holding them in that love and sending more love, and especially sending that love into our own hearts, into our own bodies, so that we can be calm, peaceful, and at ease. Oh, I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful to know that as we all go forward from here, we experience love in a deeper way, and we experience soul in a beautiful, magnificent way everywhere. I'm grateful, and I know this prayer is complete as I release my word into the law, and so it is. So it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. When I realize I'm already home, then I can release my souls and share without fear what's so very clear, that God wants my happiness. So let go and let God show me my happiness. 'Cause God creates it for me. When I do what I love, it comes from above and brings joy and happiness. Sing with us. Praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God.
Beautiful. Now is our time for conscious giving, so I'd like to invite our ushers to please come forward. We have Jen and Sheila today. Thank you so much. Give them a hand. All right, so there are many ways of giving. You can obviously put cash in there, you can put checks in there, but also there's a QR code on our program right here that you can aim your camera at, and you can make a donation that way. You can also mail checks to our office. There's lots of ways of doing this. And then also, if you're joining us on the Love Stream, we are so grateful that you've tuned in today, and you can easily donate at paypal.me/awakeningways. And now I invite everyone, whether here in person or joining online, to please take your gift in your hand and place it over your heart and repeat after me. I give this gift with a joyful, loving heart to support my spiritual home and its sacred mission. My offering circulates love, healing, and awakening for all. I am richly blessed. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
So let's just turn within one more time and appreciate the soul of these offerings. Spirit is alive and moving through all of this community, awakening, transforming, uplifting, and bringing goodness and happiness to each and every person here. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for this morning, for this community, and I release that into the law, into the soil, and I let it be so, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Reverend Delon. And now we have our Spiritual Sprouts representative here, and Jessica is going to share what's going on with them. Let's give Jessica some love.
Hi, thank you so much. Well, the kids and Sonia are still wrapping up over there at the zoo, but I wanted to come up here and let all of you guys know what a great time we're having and what a wonderful opportunity it was for me to also join them, see all the kids, see their wonderful experience. These kids are amazing. They have so much to teach us. I'm just walking around, and something that popped out of my head and I wanted to share was, I think Lailani, that's her name if I'm saying it correctly, she said, oh, look at this little animal. We need to acknowledge him, he said. And then as soon as she said that word, I'm like, girl, you are amazing. Like, that word just caught my attention. So I'm like, who are we talking about? So then he was at the very top of a branch, and it was a porcupine. And they had some hoses and misting, and he said he is acknowledging the water that it's dropping on him. And then she was just saying, oh, maybe they have that because it's too hot. And then Sonia gets out her little mister, and she starts, and then she's like, yeah, we're all, blessed with water and enjoying the beautiful mist too, and we get to share that with the animals since we're also being missed by water. So it was just beautiful to be able to hear her, see the kids walking together, and then even when, like, Xander tried to, run and go a little further, and I reminded him, hey, friend, Xander, we're gonna stay together as a group. I know everyone's so excited to be here, but we're staying together. And then they were just so easily to be able to reroute and just kind of stay together and look at the bamboo, look at the red panda we're hiding, but we got to see other animals. And just about this whole experience, I want to also, invite others to come and join us. If you have some other talents, things that you want to share with the kiddos, I am super excited. I would love to do more and be part of the kids. I want to know how else can I help, because I feel like I'm here to learn from them. That's exactly how I felt, and I'm like, okay, now I want to learn more. What else can I do to be able to experience this again? So I do invite, others, if you guys have any talents, anything you guys want to share, come join us. That's all I got to say. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Jessica. And now we have our announcements angel for today, which is Jim Peterson. Woo! Let's give Jim some love. There you go. Thank you.
So the number one item was about spiritual sprouts. I can't add anything to that. That was wonderful. But if you do have any interest in being a part of that program, speak up. Because, as she said, you'll get more out of it maybe than the kids sometimes. Okay, the Men's Connection Circle meets tomorrow at 6 o'clock at our center till about 8:30. And you want to see Travis or David Clark if you want some information about that. We have a special pop-up event, which also has been spoken of, so I won't belabor it. Lionsgate Sound Healing and Portal from 7 to 8:30 on Saturday, which is the 8th of the month. So, Travis, would you like to say a few more words about that?
Thank you, Jim. Good morning, souls. All right. Is this thing on? Okay, you can hear me? So this is actually a really great event, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to invite you to consider being better together. Doing intention work and all of that is really cool at home. We do it individually and together as a couple. But when we get together in a group and really anchor intention settings, it's more powerful in a group because we can also support each other. By the way, August, we're a little over halfway through 2026. Did any of you make any intentions at the new year? If so, how's it going? Do we need to recalibrate? Do we need to re-anchor? Let's use this event, this portal activity, as a time to really recommit and as a group to gather around to support each other. This is going to be a great for intention settings and activate whatever you're wanting to activate and to receive. Yeah. So logistically, there's limited room. This is a community event. It's already been advertised on social media and RSVPs are coming in. So if you are considering coming, make sure and get an RSVP in. It's free event. It's love offerings are appreciated. But the pro tip here is if you have this time and you would like to join us, please RSVP. All right? Yeah, there you go.
So I think I'm the MC here. I'm now going to invite Reverend Elizabeth up to talk about the Wisdom Well workshops.
Okay, I'm going to be brief. Thank you so much, Jim. You're awesome. Isn't he awesome? Yeah. You're awesome too, all of you. All right, so Wisdom Well Workshops, it's an opportunity, as you know, for our community members to share skills and wisdom and with the community and raise a little money for Awakening Ways at the same time. Now, we are doing this on the honor system, and so if you are inspired to attend any of these events, we're trickling them out slowly, a few at a time. And right now we actually have pickleball, which already filled up for Sheila and Kirk are leading that one. And then we have a decluttering workshop, wink, wink, hint, hint. I might need to go to that one, the art of letting go and keeping what really matters. And we need some more people to sign up for this. This is September 5th, and the sign-up sheet's going to be over there. Then we have another one called BAMG, Cultivating Presence Through Breath, Movement, and Meditation. We're going to need some more sign-ups on that one. That's September 26th. And the new one for today is Inspirational Poetry Workshop. Now, they're all very special, and this is also very special because this is going to be facilitated by our very own Diane Thomas. And she has a beautiful story about an inspirational poem that she wrote for a contest, and she won and got to be in a newspaper. And so she wants to share that form of poetry writing with a group of people. I think she has a maximum of 10 participants. So these 3 sign-up sheets are going to be on the table over here to your right, my left. Thank you.
Okay, one more person would like to come up and speak. Reverend Susan would like to speak about the upcoming Echo meal that we provide.
Thank you. Yes, so this month on the 27th, which is a Thursday, the Hearts and Hands team is sponsoring a meal at Echo. And we do the same meal every time, which is beef and lentils sloppy joes. A huge hit, let me tell you, at the Echo shelter. And then we provide salad. Now we're kind of doing Caesar salad because that's what everybody's loving, and dessert. And we've been kind of doing sweet breads like zucchini bread or banana bread, but also cupcakes are always loved. And so there's room for your creativity. We have a sign-up sheet over here to fill out, to put your name and information in there. You can also stay and serve. It's a beautiful opportunity to connect with your community.
The July-August Science of Mind magazine is available for $12. The Journey of Souls by Michael Newton is available for $15. Please save one for me. Please. And remember now, you can keep up with all of our happenings here at Awakening Ways by reading, I got to read this, e-news, visiting the info tables, the website, our Facebook page, and referring to the purple page in your Sunday program. So you got no excuses, okay? And of course, let's celebrate everybody that volunteers to make this thing happen.
All right, great job. Let's circle up for our benediction and call and response. And as we're circling up, I just want to say that I watched a lot of men come into the room this morning, and there's like 22 men here. That's so awesome. A lot. Go men! Men! No, they already mentioned it. That too, though. All the men are welcome at the Men's Connection Circle tomorrow. But seriously, friends, a lot of spiritual communities have like 2 or 3 men. So let's give our men some love. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's awesome. All right, my friends, I want you to know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always, and all that we ever need to do is turn within, and it is here we will find we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my pocketbook. Life is in my relationships. Life is everywhere. I think it. I feel it. I believe it. I express it. I accept it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may
I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the music. I feel the music in my soul. I feel the music. I feel the music down in my soul. I feel the music down in my soul.
Hear you, just couldn't hear me. Yes, I can hear you. Well, I mean, you couldn't hear me when you were speaking to me. I don't know. How are you doing? Hi, Julie. She does. Is Julie with us today? No, she left. Oh, do you know who she is? Is this, she sings the choir sometimes? Oh. I think. Oh. I think. She doesn't usually join us for some reason. She doesn't hang out. It's okay. Yeah. Whatever in her soul